Hi, so today we're going to be doing a quick review of percents. Now, in pre-algebra, you likely learned about a percent, and you may have learned several different definitions, mathematical definitions for a percent. You might have learned that a percent is a ratio expressed as a fraction of 100. Your teacher might have said it was a part of 100. In Latin, it actually means percentum, or it comes from the word percentum, which actually means of 100. So when we're looking at percent, we're looking at something as part of 100. And that's going to be important for you as, throughout life. Actually, you deal with percents throughout life. All right, so how do we work with percents? Well, I want you guys to know that there's several ways to deal with percents. So we're going to look at a long way, and we're going to look at a more direct way, okay? So if I tell you that there's going to be a 20% markup on a shirt that maybe the cost, to make the shirt is $80, how would you find the price? Well, you might take $80 and multiply it by 20%. Now, 20% you could write as 20 over 100. You could write it as 0.2, okay? I'm going to do that way. So I'm going to use the decimal representations for this example. So I'm going to do 80 times 0.2, which is 16, okay? And then I would take 80 and I would add 16. And so 20% markup would be $96. Okay, so first I had to multiply it by 0.2, and then I had to add it to the original amount. I had to add what I found to the original amount. Now, the more direct way is to actually think about doing that in one step. So how would we do that in one step? How would I get 80 plus 16? Well, let's think about that. If I take 80 and I multiply it by, instead of just 0.2, 1.2, okay? That's actually, if I do that, I'm going to get $96 direct. Well, what's that 1 have to do with it? I'm going to break this up just so that you see the idea of it. Can I write 1.2 as 1 plus 0.2? Well, I hope you're saying yes. Okay, so I'm just splitting it up into its parts. And then if you think about using the distributive property, you're doing 80 times 1, which gives you 80. You're doing 80 times 2, which is 16. You're adding them together, and that's how you're getting directly to your answer. So I just find it more direct when I'm looking for markup or markdown, okay, to do 1 plus or minus the percent, and the percent you want to write it as a decimal. Makes it a little bit easier. All right, let's look at it the reverse of that. $90. You want to buy a $90 shirt, but guess what? It's 20% off, so it's been discounted. So I'm going to take that $90. Now, instead of doing 1 plus 0.2, I'm going to do 1 minus 0.2. That basically means that I'm multiplying 90 times 0.8. Now, that means that you're paying 80% of the cost, which is going to give me $72. Okay? All right. Now, you might say, Coach Fred, either way, they're easy. Either way, I don't mind doing the extra step, and that's all fine. Except sometimes you can't use this concept. You have to kind of work backwards. So that may seem easy, but what if I asked you something like this? Oh, let me make that a little bit bigger because that's kind of small. Okay. A shirt is on sale for 25% off. If the sale price is $188, what was the original price? Now let's think about that for a second. If your original price, I'm going to call it O. Actually, I don't want to use O, but I'll use O. I'll just put a dot in it like that so you know that that means the original price. So I'm going to let O equal the original price. And I'm going to let S equal the sale price. Well, how would you get the sale price of $88, okay? That's my S. How would I get that? Well, I'd have to take the original price and I'd have to multiply it by 25% off, and then I'd have to add it back. Well, doing 2 steps at once can get very tricky. But instead, if I take that original price and I multiply it by, or 1 minus 0.25, okay, I multiply it by 1 minus 0.25, and that would give me 88%. That's going to give me that original price times 0.75. So I'm taking 75% of the original price, and that's going to give me the sale price. So how would I find that original price? Well, I'd divide both sides by 0.75. So my original price would be 88 divided by 0.75, which would give me $117.33. Okay, so that's how we work with percents, and this might help you in solving the next couple of questions that you have to deal with that involve percents. All right, hopefully that was helpful. Have a great day.